I've already configured my Contra Asset accounts to track credit cards, and I've recently made a purchase with my card at the office supply store, and I want to record that. So I'll go to Check Calculation. I didn't make a payment from my checking account. Instead, I charged it from my credit card. So I'm going to choose my Visa card as though it were a checkbook. And then I'm going to indicate the check number as 999, and that's the number I always use to indicate Visa transactions. I want to itemize out the items that I bought. I'm just looking at the receipt I got from the store. So I had $50 in office supplies, $25 in school supplies, and maybe another $25 in this category. A total of $100 charged. I'm going to go ahead and post that. And now after I do that for a few other vendors, I may want to get a handle on how much I currently owe. So I'll go to Reports, Standard Reports. Under the Expenses and Ledger section, I'm running the balance sheet, and I'm running that for my current month. And I'll run Report. You'll see that for my First Bank Visa, I have a beginning balance of minus $125. That means at the start of the month I owed $125 on that card. During the report period, the total amount has changed by $475, means I've charged more during this month, and my current ending balance now is minus $600. I owe $600 on this card. I'm going to go ahead and exit. Now I get my statement from the credit card company, and I want to reconcile the charges that appear on that statement against the items I've recorded in Procare. This is optional. You don't have to do this, but it is kind of a nice capability. So under Functions, we'll go to Reconcile Bank Accounts, and I'm going to choose my Visa card that I want to reconcile. It remembers my balance from last time, so it carries it forward. I'm looking at my statement, and I'll just plug in the ending balance that appears on my statement. So my ending balance happens to be minus $440 on that particular statement. And then I'll choose a journal to record any fees from that credit card. I've got a credit card fee journal, and I'm picking an account number for finance charges. And let's say that it was $15 in interest and fees on this particular statement. I click Next, and now I'll want to reconcile any of the items that have cleared that appear on the statement. Under other credits, I'll see any payments that I made to the credit card company. Yes, it says thank you for your payment on my statement. There was the payment of $200. And if I look under checks, I'll see any new items I have charged to the card. So let's see, that one's on my statement, that one is, that one is, that one is. These two are not. Those two will probably show up on my next statement. And you'll see that I have a difference of 0. So the items in Procare match the items on the statement. I'm going to go ahead and reconcile that and say yes. So the last thing I might want to do now is make a payment to the credit card company. To do that, I have set up the credit card company as a vendor, First Bank Visa, and put the word payments in there just for clarity. And now I'm going to make a payment to the credit card company. I'll click on Check Calculation. This time I do want the checkbook to be my checking account because I'm actually paying the credit card. If I'm writing them a check, the check number here would be appropriate. If it's an electronic transaction, you may want to come up with a different numbering system. Maybe you want to use 777 or 888 or some other number to indicate an electronic transaction. I've got my account number set up here, so anything I'm paying on the principal would get entered here. Any interest I'm paying would be entered here. Now, because I already entered the interest from my statement, I don't need to do that again. So if you're doing bank reconciliation and you are entering the interest during the reconciliation process, you can just leave the interest on this transaction 0. I'm just going to say that I'm making a payment of, say, $150 on this card. And all I have to do is choose Post Check, Exit, and it's that easy. If I want to check my current balance, I can quickly go back to my reports, Standard Reports, and if I run the report again, I'll now see that during the report period, the balance has changed, and I currently now owe $465. And that's all there is to recording credit card transactions in Procare.